Okay. There we go. Hopefully I can stop fucking up. Hello, Trey. How you doing?
Nest of so-called accepting and progressive people come out and say you're a Christian as a VTuber. Good luck. You're going to be harassed. You are now open for attack because in their eyes, you just committed the ultimate form of bigotry. You have completely dehumanized yourself, and now they're going to harass you endlessly. That is the way it works, unfortunately. But again, if you focus on what you actually care about, and I always recommend keep your circle small. And if it doesn't really work out with fellow VTubers, touch grass. That is an option. You can touch grass and get your interactions with people in real life as well. And quite frankly, it's typically a lot better. But anyways, yeah. VTubing is just another means of producing content, and it shouldn't be inherently anything. But unfortunately, a lot of the VTubers in the scene, especially the most loud people, try to exert certain values, and it might be frustrating at times, especially for someone like this, but the best thing you can do is just focus on yourself, ignore them, understand that a lot of it comes out of jealousy and mental illness as well. A lot of the pent up anger that people are constantly spewing all over the place on Twitter as a VTuber. But yeah, the best thing you can do is focus on yourself, focus on your community, and understand that a lot of these crazies in the space are, well, they're just that. They're crazies. But let's continue on. A bunch of copy-paste lookalikes attacking anyone who sticks out.
God. This one I never understood unless you were like blatantly copying another person's VTubing avatar, like, you know, color for color, look for look, just completely like plagiarizing it. Unless you're doing that, I don't understand why it matters if somebody sort of looks like another VTuber. I mean, there are only so many artists and stuff that can make VTubing models, so a lot of them are going to look alike. And I don't think that really matters if another VTuber has a model that looks like another one. Like I said, unless they are blatantly, you know, just plagiarizing somebody else's model, I don't think it really fucking matters. These people are taking this shit way too goddamn seriously. Like there was a VTuber who had a model that had similarities to Shy Lily, and she got absolutely fucking flamed because people were thinking that she was just completely copying Shy Lily. And I thought that was just a shithead thing to do to attack her for having a model that just looks like hers. It's like, it doesn't matter.
This is very true. There are a lot of copy and paste. Right now, the VTubing scene is about, let's see, let me check my watch here. About 5 years past oversaturation. Okay, like literally everything is so oversaturated at this point. Like everything's been done before, pretty much. Okay, it's very hard to be unique and to stand out, but it's something you should try to do, and you can do it with your model, or you can do it with your content. Whoa, who would have thought of that? Yeah, that's the best thing you can do to stick out. But yeah, there are a lot of copy-paste lookalikes. They see what a big indie VTuber X does, and they think, oh, if I look close to what they look like, I'm going to stand out. No. It's the exact opposite. It's going to make you even more forgettable. So if someone's looking for, you know, a certain type of VTuber design, right, are they going to watch the fresh, new indie with 10 viewers, or are they going to watch the original viewers? I think the answer here is very obvious. But of course, I like this last point being made by Banana Juju, who we've talked about at least like 2 or 3 times on this channel. Attacking anyone who sticks out. Wow, they would know about that. If you don't remember the lore of this VTuber.
Yeah, I thought it was really fucking sad how everyone was attacking how Juju's character looked, and you know, especially her having dreads. Like, people are thinking like dreads only belong to this race. It's like, you realize dreads and cornrows, you know, not a singular hairstyle, belongs to a singular race. All hairstyles have been in all different cultures, all different races. You can't just claim a hairstyle. That's not how this shit works.
They got dogpiled by who? Not the VTubing fans, Vtubers, for having a fair-skinned model with dreadlocks, apparently based on their real-life appearance. VTubers lined up in droves to harass this person. It was a coordinated, massive harassment campaign, and guess what happened? A lot of VTubers got their clout from other VTubers and impressed them with their very progressive views, but Banana Juju went from like a few hundred followers to like tens of thousands in a matter of days because VTuber fans rallied behind someone being a victim of a harassment campaign by these hyper-progressive VTubers, and also just liked what they saw and enjoy her content as well, and I'm glad she's still making content to this day. All right, here's another one saying, immersion breaking sucks, hand cams are fine. If you're going to face docs and body post, do it on a side account at minimum if you want to call yourself a virtual YouTuber. There's too many tourists in VTubing. It's full of cliquey mean girls and drama, something, anything for views.
I don't really mind or care if somebody wants to show how they look IRL if they're a VTuber. I mean, if you want to do that, go right ahead. I don't think it really matters. I don't understand why a lot of people have such a problem with VTubers that show how they look in real life. I mean, one person I know that has done it is Tricky. She's fucking gorgeous, my God. And there are other ones like Cottontail has done it. I mean, she wears a face mask and, you know, glasses, but she shows herself. And I don't understand why a lot of people have a problem with, you know, breaking immersion or any of this stuff. I don't think it really matters. People take a lot of this stuff too seriously. They think it breaks some sort of ritual or some sort of unspoken rule or whatever. It's like, just let people do what they want. Let them do what makes them happy. If you don't like it, well, then that's not their problem.
So I agree with the last two parts. Very true. Too many tourists. There's a lot of cliques and mean girl and high school behavior, for sure. This is like personal preference. A lot of people feel like this. If you're a VTuber, you should never post anything IRL. I'm more on the side of I don't really care if you do, as long as it's not like the core of your accounts. Like, if you're posting as much IRL stuff as your VTubing stuff, at that point you've become an e-girl with a VTuber model. Like, I don't really know what else to view that as, because we all know like posting IRL photos of yourself as a VTuber is going to get you a lot of views on Twitter. If that's important to you, go for it, I guess, but you're going to make a lot of people kind of annoyed after a while. But whatever. What's more important, Twitter likes or building a legitimate community that cares about your actual content? I don't know. Here's another one saying the VTuber versus IRL fad was and always will be a terrible idea. So
I'm sort of iffy on this one. I personally don't care about it. But I mean, it's nice to see what people look like behind the mask, so to speak. But it's just like, it's a fad. It comes and it goes. I don't really care either way. I mean, it's like I said, it's nice to see the people behind the mask, but
there is a VTuber versus IRL trend on Twitter. It pops up every couple.
Yeah, I think so far I've seen it pop up like 3 to 5 times at most.
Couple of weeks where people show their VTuber model versus what they look like in real life. And there's other examples of people calling VTubers ugly or something, and then people post their face in response saying, well, I'm not ugly. Yeah, you know what? You can post whatever you want. But I think this whole thing
I think the VTuber versus IRL pops up like maybe 1 to 3 times a year, and that's about it.
recently with Grok, where they've made it
Oh,
very
God,
easy on
Grok.
Twitter to add edits, like very, let's say, transformative edits to people's photos. Yeah, you might want to be careful with what you post on the internet. Okay.
I think they need to fix that with Grok because people can just say, "Hey, Grok, put this person in this outfit," and Grok does it. And I think they need to fix that.
Okay. There's people posting like a safe for work selfie, and then people are like, Grok, put her in a dental floss micro bikini. And Grok is doing it. Now, this is nothing new. People have been photoshopping stuff for decades at this point. I just think it's more in people's faces. So now they're really like, whoa, this is gross. Yeah, so be very careful with what you post because people are going to do weird stuff. Doesn't mean it's fair or nice, but you need to take precaution. Don't just post something out of spite or for a trend because you want some likes on Twitter. Think about what you're doing and whether it's worth the risk or not. Okay, next one. Some VTubers actually fake their illnesses to use them as a way for e-begging.
Yeah, there are. I know a couple of VTubers who haven't faked their what they've gone through. You know, one of them obviously being Iron Mouse. Another one I know is Vex Milk, where she has been dealing with cancer on and off. I think for like as far as I've seen, like I have 3 to 5 years. And sadly, from what happened, she can't have kids, which I feel really bad for because I think she's wanted kids, but it sucks when it happens and it makes it so you can't do that. But there are definitely people, both IRL and VTubers, who do and have fake their illnesses because they want the attention and because they know it gets views, it gets clicks, it gets people donating. But they don't understand that, like, when people find out that they are faking, the backlash from it is fucking immense.
Yep. This has happened multiple times. People have faked illnesses to basically crowdfund money. And that's not really unique to VTubers. It's like the internet. But yeah, and there's also a lot of other cases where...
I mean, a real famous one for the IRL was the guy who faked being in a wheelchair until he fucked up and got up out of the wheelchair and got a shit ton of backlash for that.
You side-eye it, right? You're like, I can't prove it, but something's not right here. And of course, you're not going to accuse someone because they can just deny it. There's no way. You can't make them go to the doctor and bring back a note for you or something. But yeah, there's a lot of shady behavior with that type of stuff. And unfortunately, going back to this one more second, the people who are actually suffering from illnesses are affected the most by this because...
Yeah, it's like the thing I can equate it to is like the Me Too movement, where a lot of how out of control it's gotten, where a lot of girls just fake being molested or sexually or SA'd just because they don't like the person or just because they don't like how the person looks. And what that does essentially is it makes it harder for the ones that has actually happened to. So like for those who are faking their illnesses, now a lot of people are second guessing those who actually have illnesses. They're being second guessed because of these sort of people who are faking it. So it makes it worse for those who actually have a legitimate illness.
Then people are skeptical unfairly of the actual people going through hard times or illnesses or whatever. Okay, VTuber news accounts are the bane of my existence. They don't know about journalistic integrity, So more often than not, them prying for information comes off as harassment. They are biased. They have an agenda. They will never apologize. They are only there to stir the pot.
I don't honestly. I don't know of any VTuber news accounts. I mean, the only sort of I would say news accounts are ones like Rev and others who report on what's going. Like Rev, he basically talks about stuff that's going on Twitter. There's another one that talks a lot about what's going on in the VTuber space in general, and a couple others who do that sort of thing. I think that's probably about as close as I've gotten to sort of
Soldier who, after World War II, was stuck out in the forest and didn't know the war was over and kept fighting for 29 years. That's someone getting mad about VTuber news accounts. Like, how many are actually left at this point? The majority of them have either, like, semi-retired or just completely given up because of how toxic and annoying everything is in the VTubing scene. Yeah, if VTuber news accounts are the bane of your existence, you're probably doing something wrong or you need to find some bigger problems. And talk about journalistic integrity, that's your first mistake, thinking...
Yeah, it's like a first world issue. You don't have any worries, so you have to sort of try and create worries. That never made sense to me with a lot of people. It's like, why? You have nothing to worry about, so why are you purposefully creating problems for yourself? Just why? I don't get it. Why?
People uploading videos on YouTube are journalists. Big mistake. Trying to make this sort of a this sort of standard that doesn't need to be applied, and they're biased. Okay, they're not journalists. I always find that funny with like people get mad about like VTuber news accounts or any sort of account posting on drama or anything. Like, yeah, you can be biased. Why not? You can have an opinion. Who's saying you can't have an opinion or some sort of a lean? If you present yourself as someone who's independent, someone who's not going to take any sort of a bias, and then you do that, yeah, you're a hypocrite. But if you don't present yourself as a neutral person, who cares if you're biased, if you have an opinion or some sort of a lean? Here's another one saying, drama tubers, problematic fans, and parasocial fans need to be put on blast if they put their antics too far. Full names. None of this blocking out their name stuff. Most hate for needy VTubers is a nothing burger, and it's not funny. It's annoying and childish.
Okay, blocking out the names, like I would say the only sort of names that should be blocked out is probably their real life, government name. But blocking out I'd say their social name, like like on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, that sort of stuff. That doesn't need to be blocked out. But yeah, drama tubers are just problematic fans, parasocial fans need to be put on blast. Yeah, I think they do need to be called out because some of them are actually they tend to take things a bit too far sometimes, and it's just they should be called out. Their names shouldn't be blocked out or anything, but just their online name shouldn't be blocked out. Their actual government name, where people can use that to dox them, yeah, that should not be used because nobody needs people to come after them in real life.
Wow, simping for Niji in 2026, crazy. Yeah, as I recall, the Nothing Burger with Niji Sanji involves like systemic mistreatment of their workers to the point where we had a situation where one VTuber in particular was bullied by her colleagues in the organization so badly she attempted her own life while the organization knew everything going on and didn't care. And then we have a million different things happening that show major problems with how things are run and how it's putting...
I think a lot of these big VTuber agencies have problems. They need to learn to take care of their VTuber employees a lot better.
Talents in danger. Yeah, I wouldn't call those nothing burgers personally, But also, we see this. Drama tubers, problematic fans, and parasocial fans need to be put on blast. I would love to see what this individual thinks is problematic. Yeah, we'll make sure this user is the arbiter of what problematic is. I'm sure it'll be totally sane. If someone is sending you death threats, they don't deserve privacy. Share the name. Yeah, 100%. So many.
The death threat thing, I could never, I don't think I will ever be able to understand. If you have a problem with something, just walk away from it. I mean, like, the creator, like, the one thing I can talk about, I can probably have an example of the most, is the creator of My Hero Academia. He got so much fucking hate, so many fucking death threats, because the fans didn't like the fact that he didn't make Bakugo and Deku a thing. They got so pissed that they didn't become a thing. That he got death threats and hate just for that. If you are one of those people, you need serious fucking mental help. You have a serious problem. You need to get offline, go outside, touch grass, get a fucking life. I don't get why there are people who would send death threats over something like that just because they don't like it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It is so fucked up. Like, even the creator of Flappy Bird got fucking death threats. Like, why? It's a fucking game. Creators of shows, movies, games, anime, manga, manhwas, all of them get death threats. It makes no fucking sense to me. It probably makes no sense to me and people like me because we think logically and we live in fucking reality and we have a conscience. And if we don't like something, then we just walk away from it. Why am I going to waste any of my time on something I don't like? It makes no fucking sense.
People censor out threats they're getting. They censor the names, which I don't understand why you're doing that. If they're like a genuine threat or a bad actor, like, people should know that so they can block them or take preemptive measures or report them or whatever. And even blocking out their name, if it's a real post, like, people will find it. It's not that hard. And unfortunately, again, just like with the illness thing, a lot of people have faked threats against themselves. In many cases, they're literally posting threats on burners to themselves for attention, and they censor out the name so people don't go digging for the account. And unfortunately, again, the people faking it make the real threats less believable, and it hurts the people actually being harassed. Lolly and Shorta VTuber shouldn't be a thing. Well, you Shorta.
I don't see the problem with people having a Lolly or a Shota VTuber avatar. It doesn't mean they're a horrible person. I mean, look at Chibi Doki. She has a Lolly VTuber avatar. Look at Saba, formerly Gura. She has a Lolly VTuber. I don't personally know any Shota VTubers, so I can't really name anybody for those. But there are plenty of VTubers who have a Lolly character. That doesn't mean they're a creepy or bad person. It basically just means they have a Lolly character because they think it's cute and adorable. and they themselves are probably cute and adorable, and so they want a model that matches how they feel or their personality or who they are. I don't see why people have such a problem with it, especially those who think that they equate it to a pedo. It's like, if that's what you're immediately equating it to, I think that says more about you than the person who has a lolly avatar.
A tourist. If you don't want the general public to see VTubers as a bunch of jobless weirdos, start by kicking the jobless weirdos out of the VTuber sphere. Ah, yes. Let's appeal to the mainstream of fans. That's going to work out so well. Yeah, let's cave in to all.
There are plenty of even IRL streamers or and VTubers who have never had a 9 to 5, or as people would say, a real job, who has just done this. I don't really see the problem. It's like, if they want to be weird, let them be weird. If they want to be jobless and do this, and if they make money off doing this and they never had a job, and I don't see why that matters. Again, a lot of these people are coming up with problems that just don't exist, and they're just problems they created themselves because they have nothing to actually worry about.
All the normies who want to call you a jobless weirdo for simply enjoying VTubers. You know what? Enjoying VTubers is weird. And that's good. It's good to be weird. It's good to have different interests, like being in the VTubing scene or enjoying anime.
I see nothing wrong with being a weird person, just so long as you don't take that weirdness into the creepy and stalkerish area. I mean, everybody's weird in their own way. I don't see a problem with being weird, just so long as you don't take it too far.
Or anything like it. It's okay. And when people call you a jobless weirdo, that's a sign that you shouldn't care what they're thinking and you should ignore them, instead of curating the scene to accommodate the people who hate you and everything you're interested in. Yeah, this is why gatekeeping is important. Do not listen to the tips and tricks of big streamers. Most of them made it big a couple years ago, and so tips don't really work now.
I'd say that depends on what the tips and stuff are. I mean, yeah, there are some that wouldn't work anymore, considering how saturated the VTubing sphere actually is, and how saturated streaming and content creation is. You know, so some tips and stuff probably wouldn't work anymore. But there are some that would, and a lot of these, big VTubers are saying these things because it works. So some of their tips, I would say, yeah, listen to them because it actually works.
Yes, that's definitely true, but also a lot of the people selling tips and tricks are people who never made it. You know, you have an account, a VTuber with 500 followers on Twitter telling you how to make it big as a VTuber. Like, yeah, if it looks suspicious, it's because it is. I've seen other people say this, but a big VTuber debut before actually streaming is just dumb. Get to streaming before investing thousands into a debut. I've had to convince multiple friends that getting a cool model doesn't mean you will like streaming. Yes, many such cases. Okay, the best thing you can do to start building a career as a streamer is to actually stream. Whether that means having a PNG or nothing on the screen other than the game you're playing. Just do stuff.
Yeah, you don't, in order to be like a VTuber, you don't need to start with a 2D or a 3D model. You can start with just a PNG. That is still considered a VTuber. Don't spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a model that you're probably not going to like, and even after streaming you're probably not going to like streaming. So, and if you do that, you just wasted a lot of money. So, I mean, yeah, commission somebody to create a character, but I would say, like Rev said, either start with nothing and build your community, your streaming through actual streaming content creation, or just have, the PNG of your model and build up your community that way before actually and see if you actually like what you're doing before you decide to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a 2D or 3D model and debut that. So yeah, just start out with either nothing on the screen with just the game or whatever, or just start with a PNG. It's the best thing you can do.
See if you even like it before dropping a $5,000 investment on a model so you can debut in front of 7 people, because that's not how this works, okay? People who drop so much money just for a big debut, like, no. Go out there and stream. Plus, it puts like so much weight onto your debut. That's why I think a lot of V-tweeters never actually end up doing it, because they built up this debut so much that it's going to be disappointing to them no matter what happens. But anyways. Oh my god, please link your eye blinking. Apparently there's a setting, I guess, in VTube Studio where you can fix your blinking so you don't do a... See? Didn't even mean to. Good advice, I refuse, because I like my accidental winks. It's engagement bait, it's good, and it's whimsical. So good advice, but I will politely decline on that one. Female VTubers can be completely untalented. If they have an unhinged personality, they'll succeed. Turns out...
I don't think I would fully agree with that one. Because there are female VTubers who have an unhinged personality, but they still don't really bring in much of an audience because they're not really that entertaining.
A lot of guys out there like unhinged women. I know.
Don't get me wrong, there are plenty that do succeed, but not all of them.
Crazy stuff. But it's definitely the truth. Simple formula. Okay, just look around. A lot of successful unhinged personalities out there, but don't be too unhinged to the point where you can't function, or like you do like crazy stuff that'll get you in trouble. But yeah, it definitely is a pattern here. Some of y'all's designs are really boring and forgettable. One of the first things people judge you on when checking out your profile is your design. Make it memorable. This is true in many regards, but there's like a million really cool models out there.
Yeah, there are plenty of very simple models, like Rev here. His is very simple. The only thing out of the ordinary with his model would be, the fangs and the elf ears. But yeah, it's very simple, but he has a personality behind it that people like. So he has an audience that keeps coming back. So and there are plenty of VTubers who have a really, really cool or out there model, but because they don't have really much of a personality behind it, they don't really retain much of an audience. So they don't end up doing well. So I think when it comes to creating an audience and retaining it, I'd say probably about 10-15% of it is how your model looks, but 85 to 90% of it is the person behind the model. Because if the person behind the model is completely boring and has nothing to give through said model, then they're not really going to do well. They're just going to have a tiny audience or no audience at all.
So the best thing you can do to stick out is your content. And sometimes simple is the best. Like, really. I think sometimes having something a little more simple can make you stand out. Okay, like you have these VTuber models, these 10 grand models now people are pulling out. It looks like an episode of Pimp My Ride or something. They have like all these ridiculous gadgets on there, a million toggles, and all these things they're never even going to use anyways. Like, sometimes simple is better, and invest your money somewhere else. But not wrong at all. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was a yap session. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the hot takes. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, that was a good one. I yapped for quite a while. So I'm sorry that went on for so long. I'm sorry that stream has been, buggy and everything. Hopefully when I stream tomorrow, it'll be better. Let's see the next one. You know what? We'll do fail army. So this one is by Fail Army, as you can clearly see. This one is called Worst Possible Time for This: Winter Wipeouts of 2026.
Oh, there's Olivia Bros.
Oh, oh, that's gotta suck. Took out 2 people. You fucking idiot. See, that's the one thing I never understand. You realize where you're standing. Why are you doing that? You know you're gonna fall in. Oh! That was a nice turn, though. Damn, that was good, but sucks for the person that got taken out.
Oh.
Deaded to hurt. Oh, no.
Exactly what I said.
I have to admit, honestly, I've actually wanted to do something like this, where I would like it to just be all fluffy snow and just dive into it while I'm in my underwear. Oh, he made it past the water at least. I've always wanted to try that too because it looks like a lot of fun, but I'd be too scared to because I don't want to get soaked while it's still fucking freezing outside. Is that a smart car? Yeah, that's a smart car. Oh my god, all that black coming out.
Here comes the bunny now.
Volkswagen.
Give it up for the Easter Bunny.
Oh, almost made it. Almost made it. It was about a foot away. Oh.
I didn't want you to close the door first.
Fall. Fall.
No, we're going. Do not fall. Oh my god. It's gonna get worse right here.
Oh my god, he actually made it.
So bad. Oh my god.
Oh, no, there he went. Made it all the way, only to fuck up at the end. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no, this can't be good.
You're good. Try it out.
This is the exact reason why women tend to live longer than men, because we do really fucking stupid shit. Case in point. I've wanted to get one of these things. They look like a lot of fun.
Almost got to fail. Got it.
Hey, just another day at Valley.
Oh my god. He's gonna Ace Ventura this. Oh no. Yep.
That was the sketchiest thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, like if I hadn't got riding, man, I was.
You're in the ocean.
Right on your face. Up, no, no, yeah, no.
This is Stefan Crăciun and welcome to
Welcome to Jackass.
I knew that was coming.
He's okay. He's also okay. And fall.
It's cold, bro.
Oh. Lucky that didn't fall on his fucking head. Oh, there he goes.
Go on then.
This is why you check the snow before you do anything with it. Oh, that's gotta hurt the lower. And fall. Yep. Whenever they're going downstairs or they're near their vehicle, I always expect them to fall.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh! Damn, that one had to hurt. Oh shit, there goes the vehicle. Uh-oh. Ah. Almost had it. Let me guess. He's gonna fall? Yep. I was expecting either a fall or the car to start going backwards. Because I don't understand how people forget to put their fucking car in park. Into the trash can. Yep. Where the fuck did pig come from? That is a big ass pig. Yep. Poor mailbox. Right into the net. Oh, okay. These things are to help people learn how to skate. Oh no. Oh no. Yep. There it goes. Fall through. Right back on the feet. That was actually nice. Fall. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Always got to be careful when you're ice fishing because there's a possibility you might drop your phone in the hole. Poor mom. Oh, lost his shoe. She's okay. Dropped all her garbage though. Just getting dragged away by the dog.
Well, I never thought I'd see that happen.
Oh, damn. That's new. I've never seen that happen before.
No pressure.
Off you go.
Hey, go, move out the way.
Now, why would you do this? Dumbass. And fall. It's almost kind of easy to predict when they'll fall. How's she gonna get back up the driveway? You know, she can. Oh no.
No, 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 no. Oh. So.
She got real lucky.
This that so. I just. No way. So anybody that don't really believe I'm really standing on water. This is what I mean by standing on business. Whoa!
Yeah, you standing on business, all right.
Charging some white water on the iceberg.
You gotta paddle through it.
Well, it's a good thing they're wearing water boots. Okay, why would you go biking in the winter? I don't think that would be like a very smart thing to do. He bounced. Oh no. There we go. There you landed. It was in the air for quite a while. Sorry.
Pozor! Trojita zrážka.
Go straight, okay?
Your foot's not in the fucking thing.
Oh, you good?
Oh. Make sure your car's in park. Damn. That was a bad wipe. Is he gonna fall again?
What the are you doing?
She's having so much trouble.
Ain't no way.
Why are you coming outside then? I made it over. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Yay! It looks like I'm behind a tree with a bunch of branches around me.
What happens if you try to stick it up? Oh my gosh.
Okay, it won't stand straight up.
Looks like she's being blown in the wind. Oh my god, a Segway, really?
Jeez, babe, it feels like summer.
Dumbass.
I'm an idiot.
Yes, you are. And you're still going! Like, you know, after the first thing of snow falls in your head, you would think, hey, maybe I shouldn't go any further.
I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I'm gonna have a hot chocolate.
Where's it? Dumbass. Why is your heat not on? Hopefully there were no eggs or squishy things in there.
Oh, how cute. Actually cute.
Is that a tree? Yep. Oh, damn.
Oh no! Oh no! Are you okay?
Ooh.
The ice rump.
He's good. I broke my hip.
Mountain with my cousin Wilhelm, who is going to do a big trick. Yeah, Wilhelm, you're killing it.
Do the Wilhelm scream.
Y'all might want to hold on to the thing. Where y'all car at?
Down here.
Man, it's slippery. Watch y'all step right here. As soon as y'all go down, y'all ain't gonna see it. Just hold on.
Oh, thank you.
Gonna fall anyways.
Just a...
Damn, look at that hail damage.
This hail has not melted at all. Sheesh. Oh, see the dents in that one there? What's that?
Man, look at all
That
those
means
dents.
mine's gonna be dinked up.
The dad's gonna fall all the way down. Yep, there he goes. They all go. They need to grab the vehicle, otherwise they're just gonna keep going down.
All right, get out of the way.
Oh, God, that had to hurt. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That was a hard hit, too. It's really gotta suck for cars that are, like, on an incline.
Oh my god, they're flying. I don't know what the pillar is. The guy is continuously going that way, so I'm so scared. If something happens with that.
He's hitting
the pole with all them wires. Look at this guy.
You know it's bad when a snow plow is stuck. Uh-oh. It's good. He's gonna fall. Yep. I knew he was gonna fall and break it. Oh, gotta love Fail Army. Gotta love Fail Army. Alright. Well, that will be all for today's stream. I know stream has been... It's been nothing but scuff and fuck-ups. I've had to restart my stream 3 times. And for some reason it keeps restarting on Twitch. I don't know why or what the fuck is going on. But hopefully tomorrow's stream will be better. But thank you everybody for being here. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow, or technically later today because it's 3:50 in the morning. And yeah, we'll be doing more games, more reaction, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your time.